G2 Esports can play whatever the F they want. Do you guys agree? Because it definitely looks like there is nothing to do for OG.
To win in Rotterdam would mean everything. It's my ultimate goal for like 6-7 years.
I'm never happy just to be here.
I made my 6th final. I tend to perform when it matters.
Mean when we look at the composition.
Again, it felt like the mind games, like they were trying to force him into Lissandra. We know that they really like that Ryze matchup into it, and it would have given Caps the go-ahead for the Ryze, but by going for the Yasuo and the Kinnan, it now says...
This is a Pyke! We got a Pyke, let's go! This could be a Pyke jungle, this could be a Pyke mid.
It was a reign of dominance for G2 that started here in the Ahoy Arena in Rotterdam. And G2 are going Morgana, Pyke.
Who plays to pick up Pyke in a solo lane, and it's actually been very prevalent, but it's never really... The cool thing about Morgana, as you already highlighted, is like, she's very safe in lane, especially when she gets 3 points in her Tormented Soil.
It can do so much damage, scales so well, and then you stack all of these supports on top of her, you then just kind of group up around her like a giant cannon and say, come fight us, we're stronger. What's cool here is it's kind of a double-edged sword. The fact that they gave Cold the Rek'Sai, but he doesn't get to just power farm.
All right, there's an early flash from Perkz already, but look at the turnaround damage. Mickey's going low, defensive flash. Mickey survives. First blood picked up by Perkz.
And Origin, they tried to go for the early game play. They hard commit onto executing Mickey.
And but expertly played from Perkz and Mickey.
So let's have a look here. There's no vision on Cold right now. He goes in over the wall, and he gets a flash knockup. So immediately this looks good, but the quick follow-up flash from Perkz into a knockup from Mickey is what buys enough time for Perkz to obviously reposition and then get all this.
Before you add the Rune Rhyme Prison is already disgusting. This should just be an easy setup. There's the dash, the knockup, the Ghost Water Dive. They pull off another surprise.
Well, Griffin did try in their final, but it didn't work out. Now we see a very quick kill onto Mickey, and remember, level very squishy. So while they're roaming, if they get caught, very quick to die.
Oh, Caps doesn't manage to connect with the Bone Skewer. Very good flash from Patrick. The Soul Shackles will not be able to do any damage, though, so that was a level 6 more.
With the cannon as well as the Yasuo. And speaking of cannon...
Oh, there we go. Cold. Ladies and gentlemen, you wanted to see Cold step up. You wanted to see Cold have an impact in the early game for Frostgurren, and on his undefeated Rek'Sai, 1-1-1.
But hold on, look at the sharks. They're surrounding the water. They smell it.
Oh, here comes Caps. Waiting to see the CC. Alfari, remember, has used absolutely everything. Does get taken out. And of course, the Rune Prison onto Cold, so there's an instant reply. Teleport is now being thrown down. I think Wanda should be joining the fray. Left the lane. I guess it counts as a donation, I
guess that's a better descriptor, yeah.
Well, look, Origin, because they were donated lane priority down bottom, they're able to
competitive in a side lane. And now we are setting up for a potential dive.
Oh no, Mithy and Patrick, they need to use the Cosmic Radiance flawlessly. That's going to be the timing just in time. Yes. All right, Mithy got the flash. Crescendo by some time, but instantly killed. Yankos gets his first of the game. 1-0-0 on that Morgana. More plates falling in favor of G2. It's a 1,000 gold lead, and OG just had no response.
Ooh, looks like Caps is going in.
Oh, the flash Ghost Water dive. Look at that damage. Mickey almost goes out, but simply not enough. Cold unable to chase, but is there a reply? Alfari's chasing. He's got no flash available. Slicing Maelstrom's a second or two away. I think that's on cooldown. Not able to chase. And Alfari decides not or cannot get in.
Knocked straight up into the air by Mickey, holding the knockup.
So here, we can see the collapse coming in from G2. They pushed in mid with the duo, and they start making their way down. Mithy holds the ultimate. This is good. You don't need to use it yet, but first gets knocked back in with the root from Yankos. Then you have the binding. You also have the feathers here. You have the charm knockup. And then you have the execute from Caps just to round things out, even though he didn't need it.
Unbelievable. And then, of course, Caps goes in for the re-engage on the secondary tower. Imagine you use the ultimate there, not the flash, as I called first time round.
Oh, beautifully done.
And kind of focusing in on the Morgana build path is, I'll hold it for a second because here comes Caps.
All right, here he comes. Bone Skewer out, Bone Skewer in. Alfari's in trouble. Soul Shackles will do sometimes. Slicing Maelstrom will do a little, and Caps gets the dunk. Now on the back end, Perkz, he manages to pick up his 200th kill in playoffs. Now Origin are running for their lives. Perkz isn't done yet, looking to re-engage. Dark Binding won't find a target as Patrick and Mithy are running. The Crescendo did a lot of work. Cosmic Radiance may not be used just yet, and it's not available. Not gonna work out, and Patrick and Mithy are now in trouble. Mithy caught, stunned up. I'm waiting to see if Caps can find the Bone Skewer. Lure in prison, just missing, just going wide. Wonder takes a little bit of damage from Patrick, throwing out the overloads onto the overloads! Wonder finds yet another kill.
With 9 kills.
And it just feels like G2 are running at a breakneck pace, and Origin are just too slow to react. There's too many things happening across the map for them to do anything, and G2 are winning at every single point.
It's absolutely insane. This composition is crazy from the side of G2. Like, we always talk about win conditions and like objective and how you look to win a game, but against G2,
Attack G2's composition 5v5. But the thing is they're just sprinting at everyone with double mobility boots.
Oh, Wonder almost picks up a kill here in a 1v3. Crossgrown in such a difficult situation. All right, there comes the unburrow from Cole.
Got him.
Manages to at least get one. That was a 4-on-1. Now Nukeduck is in trouble. He will get taken out by Perkz. The feathers out, the feathers back, and they pick up one. Now Caps looking for the Bone Skewer, gonna use the dive to escape. The re-engage! Mickey goes down with the quickness. Slicing Maelstrom, simply not enough. Alfari is dead, and it is a top lane schooling. Now there's a lot of damage under Caps. The Crescendo comes down from Patrick, but there's no follow-up. There's nothing more to do. G2 get yet another 5-0-5. Perkz is on a rampage, and he is destroying Origin.
Just went, nah, we're just gonna throw everything that we can. We're gonna create the craziest comp, and this is just another example where they're even making these insane plays, like Wonder going in 1v3, thinking you can find this kill, and originally you think, okay, this is the first overconfident mistake from G2, but while that's going on, Nukeduck is getting caught.
And again, you're still dealing with all of the experience leading. There, you see G2 just immediately run to it and say, okay, we're ready, boys. Come and fight us.
Here we go. Well, OG are going to answer with the fight. This is the last-ditch effort that they have in order to keep this game alive.
All right, 20 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. Origin looking to engage. I believe that might be the quickest. We're going to confirm with stats. Look at the re-engage. Cosmic Rain survives sometimes. Slicing Maelstrom does so much damage. Imagine if Origin were not 8,000 gold down. They've got themselves a 1-for-1. Here's the re-engage. Mithy gets chunked out. The knock-up and the dash away from Mickey. Now Wonder's looking to run down the rest of the team. Mithy gets caught. The shield from Wonder. The dive from Caps. And now Cole is the last member standing. G2 Esports get Baron and 3 kills. And again, I just think to myself, what if the early game had not gone the way that it did?
And that was so important why they needed to get Wonder ahead of Alfari. They needed that secondary damage dealer when they have a team composition of triple support alongside Xayah. Like you said, imagine if Origin weren't 8K down there for that fight.
Wow, not going to be the case. Cold almost kills Mickey. He takes G2 Esports on a wild goose chase.
A lot of their mobility skills to actually split apart. And oh, this actually looks pretty good for Origin. Maybe they can really win this. But as you said, Frost, the damage just wasn't quite there from the side of Origin. So good ultimate from Mithy actually protects a lot of the members. Then a great ulti onto the backline from Alfari. And you think, okay, this is great. But Yanko's buying time with the Morgana against 4. And then they dive in. Mithy flashes in. But then this is where Caps and Wonder comes into fruition. He flashes onto the backline, he melts through them, Rise surprisingly tanky, always catches people off guard, and then the rest of G2 can come to help support him.
Get to these farm lanes and try to turtle, but getting caught here, that would be devastating.
Oh, here comes Wonder. Round Warp will come in, and Cole does go down. Former teammates killing one another.
Okay, they're just gonna dive him.
They are going to dive. Cosmic Radiance is thrown down by Mithy. There's some sort of engage, but look how Alfari just gets Rune Prison in place. He simply cannot get past. The quickness used by Mickey in the dash in, the dash out. Now that's good damage from Nukeduck, but again, there's simply too much to fight through. There's the knock-up, knock-down, and it is simply too easy for G2 Esports. Now Patrick will be the last man standing before he gets aced by G2. And I have a quick stat for you. When G2 Esports ran Funnel Comms in summer of 2018, they went undefeated 5-0. In the finals of spring, they are looking to continue that streak 6-0. At 24.5 minutes, G2 Esports funnel their way to victory.
What a convincing victory from G2 as they look to lead the series 2-0. Beautiful stuff from this G2 Esports squad.
The smile on Yangos's face. He was the POV stream, he played Morgana that game. G2 were impeccable. They also secured the quickest Baron of the spring splits.
And it's just a stylistic mismatch here. It feels like G2 are just Origin's kryptonite, a team that is all about preparation, that is all about control, slow, methodical play. G2, they don't necessarily need these crazy creative picks. They have them, but they can also just be so crazy and creative and problem solve on the spot in a game. They are so hard.